What's up? What's up?
All right, what's going on, YouTube? Here we are at another war. Oh man, I'm excited. And to start off this war, season 25, war 5, we got Ebony Maw, which is a fight I just do not like at all. But you know, I had to take this path, so I'm not complaining. Decided to bring in a torch, and my method here was just try to land one parry. It's one parry to get the heavy off, and I can just nuke into this guy. And as you can see here, he doesn't give me the parry, and I throw my heavy like an idiot, and he just punished me for that. I'm so glad this is not like a 6-star rank 3, because if it was, he might be able to nuke into me. But my torch is rank 5, so I'm not all that concerned. And right there, I get my parry, so down this fight can go downhill quickly for this Ebony Maw. So again, I'm just trying to play a little bit smart, trying to get that degeneration off me, and I'm just going to nuke into this guy, let the incineration do their thing. I'm not even going to throw a special, to be honest, because these incinerations are just melting him. And in my opinion, placing Ebony Maw on this node was really a smart move by the opposite war team. So no complaints there. Again, we got a second Ebony Maw, and for this fight, I was like, you know what? Might as well turn on the pre-fight. I don't think I used torch for the rest of the war after this fight anyway, so I turned it on and got the parry. And this guy, he just melts. This is why I love torch. Like if I ever get a 6-star torch, I probably would take him to rank 3 instantly, unawakened at that, because he's just such a beast. That Nova Flame is so clutch. And as you can see right here, this me just melting him with the power stings and the Nova Flame. It's just a beautiful sight to see. Like this guy doesn't even stand a chance. Once you land that parry and get that heavy Angus off of him, the fight's pretty much over. And that was like what, maybe 12 seconds, maybe? I don't even know. I didn't count, but gosh, that was a great, like a lovely fight. And pretty much done using torch for the rest of the war. I only brought him for those 2 fights, to be honest, because couldn't bring Corvus and I didn't want to take off Void or Doom, so I was like, I'll just bring torch. In this right here, we got Power Snack Thing and Outlast, which isn't all that concerning in my opinion. All I gotta do is play smart, land my heavies, and make sure I beat out his SP1 or SP2 when I get thing to 15 rock stacks, which I do in this fight. As long as I don't drop a parry, everything should be fine, and I don't think I do. And he's pretty generous with throwing his SP1, which is good. Like he throws his specials right on point every single time, and I just love when Thing cooperates. It just makes it easier for everyone that's fighting him. Just throw your special so I can get the fight over with. I mean, you can try to struggle a little bit, but it doesn't matter. So right here, he throws his special again, which is beautiful. I already got 3 debuffs, about to be the 4th, and it's just gonna let the debuffs do their work. And as long as I gain my special 1 and don't push him to 15 rock stacks, I have nothing to worry about. And I do land my parries. I don't mess up, so no failed inputs over here. And yeah, this fight is going smoothly the way it should go. So no complaints there. Let's see how this works out. And it's just working in my favor the whole time. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thing is a very chunky boy. Very chunky. But
That's what she said.
it's still really working out. Again, right here, and this is where I get a little bit of a squeeze. I get him the 15 rock stacks, and he doesn't have his SP1, so I hit into his block, which eventually pushes to his SP1, and then those rock stacks are off of him, and this is going well. I love it. I love when it works out in my favor, and this fight is already over. So yeah, let's move on to the next fight, which would have been Korg Mixmaster, but someone else took him. Thank the Lord, because I did not feel like taking Korg. I just wanted to move on. I wanted someone else to take, because I did not take it on a Mixmaster. But if I would have taken Korg, I would have used Torch, because he would have just been beneficial. And if I had my Nova Flame up, I probably would have put the Nova Flame on a pre-fight. But for this fight, I decided to go in with Doom. He has one opportunity stun, so meaning I can't hit into him for 12 seconds, or I can't stun him for 12 seconds, or the stun will be reflected back onto me, and he might just hit me into oblivion. So I'm playing the fight a little bit different here. That red thing under his health bar is the indicator of when I can and can't stun him. So if you notice, I don't even try to get the passive stun, because again, that will reflect back on me. I learned that in the last war. But yeah, I got the stun off him. So as long as I gotta do is play smart, and everything will work out in my favor. I remember not to stun him when the window's up, and so far the window isn't up. So as long as I play smart and he plays into me, which he does, this should be fine. I decided to throw my SP2 here and get these those incinerates on him and let them do the damage. They're not going to kill him, but they still take off a lot of damage. So yeah, so far this fight's going well. I don't stun him. He hits me right there. Oh my goodness. But it doesn't do too much damage. So the fight's already over, and we're already heading on to the next fight. Now the next fight, I will admit, it does get a little dicey and a little ugly. This, in my opinion, was great defender placement. Mole Man on the stunning reflection node or window opportunity stun. Oh, that was such a great great defender placement. If we had a Mole Man on defense, I probably would put him there because he's Mole God or Mole Man, what some people call him. He shakes off debuffs really quick, and this guy's awakened. And I do get clipped a few times, and it does get ugly real quick. But I managed to pull it out. But
That's what she said.
it still gets a little bit ugly. So I can't stun him with the passive stun either. So this is just a terrible fight. You got to fight him like he's stun immune. And I think at one point in time he shakes all of this off. So that was kind of dumb of me to throw the incinerates. And right there, I stunned him, and he hits into me like, and then throws his special one. Oh my goodness, why is he like this? And then he just shakes off all my stuns, and then hits me again like, oh my goodness. Then goes and stops with the block. This fight was rough. This fight was really, really rough. But I managed to get it down. But I take some significant damage. It's all bad. Like, oh my goodness. But you know what can you do? Like right there, he hits me again, and then puts the bleeds on me at that. Like, this dude is going off right now. Like, what is happening? Like, oh my goodness, that fight was real dicey. But I got him down, but it still was a little dicey. I lost a lot more health than I wanted to. And the next fight, Professor X. Oh my goodness. This fight also was very dicey. And I told you to use Void because my Doom was already down. So he gets richer, so he's going to gain power left and right. And then power from afar. So I was going to go in with Doom, but I didn't feel like healing up to do it. But I went in with Void. And I don't lose the fight, but it does get really, really dicey. I feel like I could have played this a lot better, and I didn't. So as you can see, the fight starts off real good. So he has power from afar, and I got to stay close to him, which I managed to do. And then it just goes quickly. I mean, left real quickly. So I try to get those petrifies, and I don't even get one. And he's gaining power left and right. So I'm watching his power bar, and he just gets to his SP3. Like, what is happening? What is happening? Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he got there. And thankfully it doesn't kill me, but it comes really, really close to killing me. Like, oh my goodness, this war was so dicey. Like, look at that. I love Professor X SP3. I really want him as a 5 or a 6 star because I would definitely rank him all the way up. But right here, I stopped playing. I stopped trying to be fancy. Like, if you notice, I'm just playing, just trying to get the parry in and just trying to play smart, because one more hit, one more slip up, that's the end of my Void. And I don't like reviving in war. Like, I never revive in war. If I lose a champion, then he's just lost, and I gotta work my way around. Unless my alliance really needs me to revive one, I would, but it's rare that I use a revive in war. Like, I just prefer not to. Like, if I lose, hey, I lose. Oh well. And he's still gaining power, but I got those 2 petrifies up, so it doesn't really matter. He's not gaining power all that efficiently or fast. So again, I'm just playing a little bit smart, just trying to eke out this win. Like, oh my goodness, this was such a close fight, but we managed to get him down. Oh my goodness, it was almost over. I didn't know what I was going to do because I needed Void for Section 3. I definitely needed him for Section 3, but I didn't even know who I would have used. I probably would have used Torch to take out the Professor X if I would have lost Void, but I didn't. So, and as you can see here, I revived Doom up a little bit because I needed him for the Rage Node, this Domino. Now, this fight goes terribly wrong really quickly. And it does not end well for my Dr. Doom. Now, in my opinion, Dr. Doom is really great for Rage Nodes because he can just nullify all the Furies, and you don't have to worry about ever passing that 3.5% cap, whatever they have, and then becoming unblockable. But I make a bad mistake. I forgot where it was, but the bad mistake is coming up, and the way what she does is just annoying me. I felt like it was some kind of bad interaction. Like, I don't know where it's at, but it goes left real quick. Like, I don't even know what happened. Now, I play other wars, and I know not to try to Dex her SP1. So right there, I stun her, so that works out good. She got her lucky on, so I'm assuming that's why it went left. Like right here. Oh, I guess it wasn't right here. But right here, I think it's right here. I stun her again, so I got two staggers on her. And there's one point right here. I thought I had the shock on her, and I get clipped by her SP1. So now I have that critical bleed, and Doom's not going to make it through the critical bleed damage. He's just not going to make it. So this fight, I'm throwing this special thinking this fight is basically over, and I'm 100% annoyed by it. So I don't know what's happening here. Like, it just goes left so quickly, and I'm just all the way annoyed by it. And I can't believe I lost my Doom to I lost my Doom to Domino. Like, I cannot believe that. It just went left so quickly. Like, what happened? I can't believe it. Oh, I asked myself out. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, it just goes left, and I gotta heal up Void to get through it, and that means I can't use Doom for the what's his name, for the Annihilus. So if I get through this fight, I gotta use Void for Annihilus, and that fight is just why. This was great defender placement in my opinion. They did a great job with this. I would have, if I didn't have my Nick Fury on defense, I probably would have put a Domino here, Awaken the Domino in my opinion, so she can have those criticals. So right here, I'm just trying to parry her and get some debuffs and let them do the work. And this fight, oh my goodness, I think I should have healed up more. But, you know, what can you do? I'm already in the fight. It's already, oh my goodness. I'm not even going to try to dex her SP1. I'll just take the block damage because I don't even want to risk losing a second defender to Domino. It's just, it'll make me so mad. I probably will rage and wouldn't even post the video. I'll be like, sorry guys, the video didn't get posted. Something happened. And she already got one Fury on her, so if she gets at least 5, then she's going to become unblockable. And a Domino unblockable, it's just a nightmare. But I do get it down. So, oh man, we are heading on to the next fight, which is Annihilus. Goodness gracious, Annihilus. I hate Annihilus. Oh man, I don't even remember the nodes he has, but I think I revive Void up a lot to take on this fight because he's quite annoying. Very much annoying. Okay, I'll use one. I can deal with one. We use one War Potion, which is good. I mean, as long as I get the debuffs on him, it should be fine. I forgot to read the nodes, so I don't even know the nodes on him. Like, I'm so used to not reading nodes, but what can you do? And here we go. He gets unstoppable. I get the parry. Like, it's rare that I ever get a parry on Annihilus, but as long as I play smart and continue to land my parries and bait out his SP1s, I should be okay. And in theory, the idea is great, but doesn't mean you're going to actually execute it. So I notice here that I must have the you can't activate the same special attack twice. As you see, I got a 1 under my name. And yeah, I'm gonna use those debuffs to heal me up actually, so that's a beneficial thing. So I gotta actually throw my SP2, so it's gonna be harder to stack up debuffs on Annihilus, and I can't parry him. Like, sometimes I land my parries, sometimes I don't. And since I don't know how to reparry, it's just going real left real quickly. It's like, what is happening here? Like, but we managed to get those power stings on him. So if he throws the special, which he did, and I got clipped right there. This is just war. It was going so well, and then it just goes left. Like, oh my goodness. And if you dash back while fighting Annihilus, she becomes unstoppable, which is also annoying. So I had a lot to deal with in this fight, but as you can see, I managed to work it out and get those debuffs on him and take him down, and the fight is pretty much done with. So that was a good fight. I'm happy it worked out in my favor. No complaints. And for my last fight of the war, I decided to take on the Torch. Now, this fight wasn't that bad. I mean, as long as you have Void, he has Aspect of Evolution and Special 2 Bias, which is fine. Doesn't really matter to me. Like, I'm just going to put those debuffs on him and let Void do what he does best. Void was clearly my MVP for this whole war, because without him, I wouldn't have gotten this far, because after I lost my Doom, I was like, okay, maybe I should just let someone else take it. But I was like, nah, I can do this. I can do this with Void. So yeah, Void, he's not bad. As you can see right here, I'm trying to bait out his SP1. I know he's more likely to throw his SP2, but I feel like even with that node, it's possible for him to throw out his SP1. And right there, me trying to be fancy, I get clipped by his SP1. Like, oh my goodness, that's what I get for trying to dodge his SP1. But I think at one point in time, I do dodge it, and it does work out in my favor. Right here, you see that I blocked. I'm not even gonna try to dodge it, but it's cool. Like, it worked out. So yeah, everything's working in my favor right now. It's all good, and I got those debuffs on him. He's throwing his SP1, which is really, really good, and I cannot complain about that. I love when Torch disobeys the nodes and just throws his SP1 the way he wants to. So I got 6 of those debuffs on him. It's working out great. No complaints. I'm just chipping him down, and yeah, this war is working, starting to look a little bit better. I mean, it cost us 1 death, but it didn't cost us the war. So we did end up winning the war, which is always great, and I felt like I was definitely a contributor of that. So it was good to get us win, even though I died. I hate dying in war. It makes me so mad. It just irks my soul. But, you know, what can you do? It happens every now and again. And bam, there it is. He's basically down. Doesn't even throw his SP2. And that's my whole war. War 5. It worked out great. Like, oh, man. But, guys, if you did like this video, if you could hit that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And for those of you that may be new here, if you can hit that subscribe button for me, trying to get to 655 at the time of making this video. And I hoped everyone enjoyed the show. I'm about to head out. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great and wonderful day.